Should homeless encampments be banned on public property? Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Kirsten Holmes. Marcella is off tonight.
And I'm Jesse Pagan. Tomorrow, San Diego's Land Use and Housing Committee will be taking up this controversial proposal. CBS 8's Richard Allen has been on the story all day today, and we'll get to it in just a minute. But first, this. All right, so tackling the state's homelessness crisis was center stage as well in Sacramento today. Leaders from California cities and counties say they want $3 billion from the state every year to build more affordable housing. The League of California Cities says solving the homelessness crisis won't be possible without more money from the state.
While the investments that have been made are certainly welcome and they've been put to good use in our communities, this is not a one budget problem. This is an ongoing problem, and we really need the resources that are commensurate with the scope of the crisis. We won't solve it in one budget cycle.
Meantime, San Diego County Board of Supervisors Chairwoman Nora Vargas says cities within her district have been working together on the issue. Chula Vista Mayor John McCann was with her for a panel talking about the homelessness crisis. In the meantime, the city of Encinitas and their city council will hold a special meeting focused on the homeless action plan. They got an update from staff about how they're implementing the plan so far. They also talked about possibly expanding services.
It's a constant issue. It never stops. Every day somebody ends up on the street for some reason or another. So it's something that never ends. And you say we can't afford it, and I say we can't afford not to do this. The council asked city staff to look at neighboring cities to see if they have any ordinances Encinitas should adopt. All right, so now let's head to Richard Allen with that proposal on the encampment ban.
And some San Diegans, especially those living downtown, are supportive of this proposed move to ban encampments on public property, calling it a health and safety issue, while critics counter that it essentially criminalizes being homeless.
The problem is not staying the same, it's getting bigger, so at some point something has to be done.
Roommates Margot Eason and Haley Hine have been living in downtown San Diego for the past year and say they love it, except for the tents erected along the sidewalks.
It becomes a place that you don't want to be when it feels like unsafe and unwelcoming to walk in.
They're fully supportive of this proposed ban on encampments on public property in San Diego, provided that shelter beds are available, a proposal made by Councilmember Stephen Whitburn.
The encampments that we see on our sidewalks, in our parks, in the canyons, along our riverbeds are unsafe and unhealthy, both for the people who are living in the encampments, but also for the surrounding neighborhoods.
Whitburn says his proposal would also establish a safe sleeping program where people living in tents can go. Downtown resident Albert Wang says he's compassionate to the homelessness crisis, but adds there's a limit to what the community should have to endure.
A partial nakedness. I see some public intoxication. I've also seen, yes, public urination.
But Richard McGuire, who has camped out on San Diego streets for the past 3 years, says that finding a shelter bed can often be a challenge.
They're full everywhere, and there's problems there too.
Under this proposal, regardless of the availability of shelter beds, encampments would be banned within 2 blocks of libraries, shelters, transportation hubs, and schools, as well as in parks.
The ordinance basically just criminalizes homelessness, and that's all it does. It doesn't solve a problem, it hides people, and it punishes people.
Felipe Cervantes is a volunteer with the student-based group, the Mustard Seed Project, which works to end chronic homelessness.
Keeping people away from these public spaces, it just kind of doesn't make sense to me at all. So that's another thing, is to remove some of the language, like make some compromises on this ordinance before you pass it.
And that committee meeting gets underway at 1 p.m. tomorrow. Public comment is invited either in person or via phone. For more information, just go to cbs8.com, click on the online version of this story.